So, babes, don't you think the radio is so boring these days?
Well, it depends on what you need. I just discovered a new sound.
It's my mother. Making you fall like that.
There isn't bad things no more. Oh no, I don't wanna go back to where I did. I
got you, moonlight, you're my. Yes, I am totally hooked to 98.3 Mainland FM. That sound slaps and it makes so much sense. I vibe, I learn, and I definitely enjoy the groove.
The sound of Lagos.
See, I be jealous.
In a nation where every decision matters,
the first subsidy is gone.
Where the powerful write the rules and break them without consequence, one program dares to ask the tough questions. No filters, no fear, just facts, insights, and the real issues shaping Nigeria's future.
When you talk about corruption killing the country, we need to be sure you are really intentional about fixing the problem.
And people are still making excuses.
From the corridors of power to the voices on the street.
There's some truth you can't hide. We are all hungry and we are fighting government. We are just begging you, help us.
From high-stake politics to the struggles of everyday Nigerians.
We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country.
This is where the truth comes out. Join the bold and unapologetic Fuhad Saheed and a powerhouse team of sharp political analysts, unapologetic and always on point, as they dissect politics, policies, expose contradiction, and ask the questions others will not.
A lot has happened during the week. We've had politicians making all manner of statements. Everybody's now a freedom fighter. Everybody now speaks for the poor. So a lot of interesting conversations in the political space at this time.
Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Political Roundtable, your front row seat to the debates that define the nation. Be informed, be engaged, be heard. Political Roundtable, where Nigeria comes to talk.
All right, it's time for Political Roundtable Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Saheed Fuhad, the show where we look at the major issues in the political space. And there's a lot to talk about today, so we're going to go very, very fast. Mr. Kurtis Adigba will be joining us via the phone line. I'm sure he's already with us. Joseph Folorunsho is here. Nurudeen Adegbengro is here with me in the studio. And together we'll be looking at three issues. We'll go international this evening. You have the U.S.-Iran war situation. Talks are ongoing as we speak in Switzerland to see how to come to, look for a diplomatic solution to what is going on in that situation. It's been a very tough one. We've been getting updates as we speak. The Vice President of the United States of America, J.D. Vance, is there. Steve Witkoff, and also Jared Kushner, representing the U.S. The Iranian delegation is also on ground. You have Pakistan and Qatar mediating as we speak, so we'll be monitoring that. But, of course, we'll have a conversation on that particular issue. We'll also go to Ekiti State, and then, of course, we'll talk about party politics. What is happening with the OK movement in the NDC of Seriaki Diskin? So those are the three issues to look at this evening on the show. We're streaming the show live on Facebook and YouTube. You can also listen to us via the Radio Garden platform. It's my pleasure to have you, Barrister Kurtis Adigba. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well.
Have you gone out to watch any of the matches? Any of the football matches? No, not really.
Are they play matches?
You really don't like football? Or you don't like?
I like football, but
you're not so passionate to want to be in the stadium.
No, it's not worth it.
Okay.
If you look at it, yesterday I tried to go close to New York.
Yes.
With my children, and the number of people I saw on the train and the shopping areas, of course, because of what Cup, all kind of people around.
Okay.
I mean, I'll get the same. I'll get the same thing without having to pay for it by watching on TV. So
TV, okay. I understand. And then what's even the motivation? Nigeria is not in the World Cup, so if Nigeria was
even
playing,
if they were
maybe
there, I will not go.
well, okay. Maybe somebody like
I will
you.
still go.
Okay, all right. I understand. You're welcome, Barrister.
Thank you.
All right. Joseph Folorunsho is here. How you doing, Joseph?
I try my best once more.
Okay. All right.
The latest term is a bit. Sometimes you are frustrated. Sometimes you might trying to encourage yourself, especially issue of insecurity. Because for us, I know that some of this is artificial. We have the capacity and the capability to take care of this element, but we don't know why we just decide to be looking at them.
Okay, we don't know why we are just looking at them. Nurudeen, how are you doing?
Well, I'm fine, and good evening to all our listeners.
All right, good evening to all our listeners. We'll go very, very fast because we'll have to quickly deal with the US-Iran war. Talks begin in Switzerland as high-stakes diplomacy gets underway without Israel. It's very important that we take cognizance of the fact that these talks are being held without the state of Israel. What are the issues? Luckily, we have Barrister Kurtis Adigba to take us into this issue. A lot, major, because whether we like it or not, I'm actually paying so much attention to what is happening there because the agreement, the memorandum of understanding that was signed on Wednesday, we started to see some impact on the price of petroleum products. And if the peace is sustained, whether we like it or not, we'll begin to see some, big impact on the price of petroleum products. I'm hoping that if we have a sustainable peace agreement, something that can endure for some time, we probably will get back to the old days of buying petrol, for example, at 800 naira per liter, or maybe diesel at less than 1,000 naira per liter. So some of us are interested in this thing being resolved, this crisis being resolved, because again, we've had to pay for, an offense we did not commit. We were never part of the whole problem. But again, the world is a global village. The Strait of Hormuz has become, a talking point that we cannot all stop talking about. So we'll discuss what is going on, why there seems to be this bottleneck, this challenge to really resolving this issue. A lot of us were very optimistic, very happy when it was announced that on Wednesday that this agreement had been signed, the deal had been signed. But I always knew that Israel was going to be a problem, and it appears that the Israel situation in Lebanon is causing a lot of problems. So that's going to be our major talking point, our first talking point, sorry. And then we'll come back home to talk about Ekiti. No surprises. It was predicted. INEC declares Oyebanji winner of Governorship Poll. He becomes the first Ekiti Governor to be re-elected back-to-back since 1999. What were the intrigues? That will be the second talking point. And then finally, ahead of 2027, the NDC, National Democratic Congress, they're already talking tough. And what they are saying is, defect and lose your seat. And that is to all the aspirants, all the candidates who have their ticket. But the interesting part of that conversation is that they've now decided to exempt their presidential candidate and his running mate, Mr. Peter Obi and Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. So we ask ourselves, how justiciable is this? Can this be legally binding? What is it that the NDC is trying to do? It's probably new. This is probably the first time we are hearing a political party telling their members to sign what is called an anti-defection oath. Kili, Barrister Kurtis is also here to help us look at the legal side of it. We will look at the political side and ask ourselves, does it really matter? Would this stop anybody from doing what they really want to do? And why have they decided to exempt Mr. Peter Obi and Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso from signing the anti-defection oath? So 3 issues for the evening. Barrister, I'm going to start with you. We have updates already. The talks are ongoing in Switzerland. The whole world is watching because, again, there's been a global impact. The price of petroleum products, the cost of energy has gone up since the start of this war. It appears that President Trump is tired of the war. They talk stuff. Yeah, we're going to eat them hard if they decide to do this. But he appears like a man who wants the war to end. The U.S. delegation also, as led by the Vice President J.D. Vance, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner, also appear to be so, eager or, motivated to get Iran to sign this deal, open the Strait of Hormuz. But the Lebanon situation, Bibi Netanyahu and his cabinet will not stop. They are still bombarding. They are still going on with their operations, military operations in southern Lebanon. And that has led to Iran announcing yesterday again that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed once again. They are back to talking. Just some few hours ago, 1 or 2 hours ago, I was watching the vice president, the president of Pakistan, the leader of Qatar, all, feeling a bit excited about the prospects of eventually sorting this out. But we must mention, Barrister, that as we speak, Israel is not part of that conversation going on in Switzerland. So, what do you think about this situation? Are you hopeful? Do you think that, look, we could have a situation where an agreement, a sustainable agreement, will be reached between the U.S. and Iran? What about the Israel situation? Can there be any sustainable agreement without Israel accepting or conceding to whatever is agreed between these two parties?
Well, I think you've asked too many questions to in one answer. However, I will try as much as possible to answer you. First and foremost, this is not an American war. This is an Israeli war that America got sucked in because of President Trump. And that was because you recall that under President Obama, they signed an agreement called the JCPOA, which is the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action for Peace with Iran. Now, that was put in place by the 5 members of the Security Council plus Germany. And under that agreement, Iran was supposed to give up its nuclear ambition, but was allowed to keep only civilian nuclear program for energy sake. In other words, Iran agreed to stop enriching uranium up to 98% and was to do so only for 3.67% for civil purposes for energy. It was also supposed to stop the centrifuges by giving up about 97% of the centrifuges. And then Iran agreed to extend the breakout time, which is the time which it takes to enrich the uranium and then get a nuclear bomb, by 12 months. So, and the US was supposed to release the sum of $1.7 billion to Iran and also lift economic sanctions against Iran. Now, again, it was President Trump who criticized, then citizen Trump, who criticized that deal so much. He said Obama surrendered to Iran, even gave them money that they didn't deserve. But the truth was that before the 1979 revolution, Iran had sent in money through the king of Iran then to buy weapons from America. So after the revolution, America did not supply the weapons. America did not return the money. That was $400 million then. So when that agreement was reached, it was agreed that the United States will return that money plus interest to Iran. And because of the sanctions that were in place, the banking system could not be used to funnel the funds back to Iran. So they were loaded with cash and then they were taken to Tehran. So, but when Trump became the president, he tore into shreds the JCPOA. He called it the worst deal ever done by an American president. And so he made some new demands on Iran. But he wasn't prepared to go to war against Iran until Benjamin Netanyahu began to attack Iran nuclear facilities, killing some of the best nuclear scientists in Iran and all of that. and then came up again with some alarming pronouncements about how close Iran was to getting a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear head, yeah.
Now, Trump jumped into war after he lured Iran for a talk. And as they were supposed to be meeting in 2 days' time, the top hierarchy of the Iranian government were meeting with the supreme leader, and they were attacked and all killed. And that started the war. That Trump told the world was going to end as quickly as it started. He said he was going to take out all their nuclear weapons, their missiles, and all of that. But of course, we know what has happened. The war has not ended. America has not won. Israel has not won. Now, Lebanon came into play because the Hezbollah in Lebanon, an ally of Iran, started sending missiles into Israel in support of Iran. And so Israel, in response, has gone to southern Lebanon, occupied about 5 to 6% of Lebanon, killed so many militants, is still attacking. So now, Trump is under a lot of heat at home here in the United States from his MAGA crowd, who are so angry that he promised that he will not take America into any other war. But now he's fighting war in Iran. When he's spending billions of dollars, and he's also under pressure from his party, the Republican Party, because the midterm elections are here. And the poll that just came out yesterday showed that not up to 10% of Americans support the war in Iran. And the cost of living, the high cost of living that came from this war. For instance, before the war, a gallon of petrol was selling for $2.19. But now it's $4.19. Price of egg, all of these things have gone up. And Americans are economically, they are anxious, they are worried. They are fighting the war that they didn't ask for. So Trump is under a lot of pressure and he wants to cut a deal. Trump never anticipated that Iran was going to respond by attacking its own allies in the Middle East, Cooperation states, and thereby attacking American facilities in the region, proving to these countries that America cannot actually protect them. So Trump wants to cut a deal badly because of the political situation at home. Two, he wants to cut a deal badly because militarily the war is not going on well. And Netanyahu don't want that because Netanyahu feels that will be a surrender. So let's go to the nitty-gritty of the issue now.
The issue, where we are now.
What is
after Wednesday's deal? What has happened again?
Right now, they are in Bergenstock.
Yes,
in Switzerland. Okay. One of the first few times that Americans and Iranians will sit in one room to talk together.
Face to face.
Now, before they got to Switzerland, they signed an agreement, a memorandum. Now, in that memorandum, America agreed to pay Iran $300 billion.
Yes, $300 billion.
To reconstruct Iran. In other words, America destroyed Iran. America is paying
to rebuild it
for reconstruction of Iran. Now, compare that to the $1.7 billion that were actually a refund
of Obama.
Now, secondly, America will stop attacking Iran. America will get Israel to stop attacking Lebanon. All right. And Iran will open the Strait of Hormuz. Last night, Israel attacked Lebanon, or yesterday. As a result of that, Iran decided to close the Strait of Hormuz
again.
But yes, but it's important to know that America's key demands, or what actually led America into the war, are that one, Iran must completely give up its own nuclear ambition. Iran has said they will never do that because their nuclear is for civil purposes, for energy, right? Now, the other thing is that they said that Iran must give up its ambition as the instigator of instability in the region.
In the region, yeah. Hezbollah, the Houthi fighters,
and continue to protect Yes. Iran says it will continue to protect its own internal sovereignty, external sovereignty, and continue to defend itself against aggression. So where lies the agreement?
The hope that there can be any agreement.
And then there's also a group of people in America led by Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, who incidentally is not part of these meetings. And he should be, as the Secretary of State, as the Chief Diplomat of the United States. But we have J.D. Vance, the Vice President, Jared Kushner, who occupies no position in the government, and still Wickoff, the Special Envoy. Now, Marco Rubio believes that Iran-American conflict should be separated from Israel-Lebanon's conflict. But the Trump administration don't see it that way, and so Rubio is not part of the conversation. Now, last night, Senator Lindsey Graham appeared on one of the shows. Of course, you know that he speaks for Trump most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
And then he also speaks for Americans, and he said he doesn't believe this will work out. He doesn't believe it will work out because the key issues that America is demanding from Iran has not been met. Now, Iran says it will not give up its nuclear ambition. And Iran says so long as America attacks it or Israel attacks Lebanon, the Strait of Hormuz will be closed. So what he then said is, okay, if Iran does not comply, he sees America going back to bomb Iran and forcefully taking over the Strait of Hormuz. But the question to ask is that if these things were a piece of cake for America,
they will not be on the negotiation table.
Why is America still negotiating? If it was possible to take over the Strait of Hormuz, America would have done that instead of enacting a blockade against movement in and out of Iran, which they have done for months. So what it tells me, and most of the observers, is that America is more desperate for a deal than Iran is. Because America wants to end this war because of the economic anxiety and problems at home.
And the elections are coming.
And then the lack of support for this war by Americans and what it has cost the entire world. Because the plan was to go in there quickly, decapitate the regime,
have a regime change,
force the Iranians onto the street in celebrations, and then democracy will be restored and everybody will go back and there will be peace all over the world. That has not worked. Yes, some people were killed. The regime had not been decapitated. The regime is still in place. Iranians are cautious about embracing fully the American idea because they know that America is not a stable country. America will set you up to something and then abandon you midway so long as they can cut a deal to support their national interests. And so what we have is like a quagmire in the sense that America cannot win this war militarily because there's no global support and support at home, and because of the economic problems that is causing back at home and the midterm election that is coming. Because if he loses both the Senate and the House, that's the end of his government. The Democrats will ensure that, he stopped in his tracks in everything, in all the policies that he has put in place. So he wants to cut this deal, not because he wants it, but because of the situation at home, economically and politically.
Okay. Well,
this is the problem.
Okay, Barrister, but I think okay. The 14-point plan, peace plan, is not something we can bring to the table this evening because of time. But I think you've been able to summarize the major part of that entire 14-point peace plan. The issue of uranium enrichment, nuclear warhead, nuclear program for Iran, I don't think is the most problematic of that peace plan. It has to be what Israel.
And they don't have any agreement on that. Because look, on this, they are polar
opposites.
They occupy polar positions on that issue. One, America says Iran must give up its ability to develop a nuclear weapons by stopping to enrich uranium, and then surrender those already enriched. Russia has offered to take them and destroy them. Iran is saying we will never give up our ambition to develop nuclear weapons but not for military purposes, but for civilian purposes. And so we are not going to surrender that. Okay? Israel is saying, no, Iran cannot be trusted. Iran wants a nuclear bomb. And with that, we will not be safe. If America is not going to take that out, we, Israel, as a country, will take it out.
Okay,
so I don't see any path to peace here.
Wow. Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So long as that issue of nuclear weapon cannot be agreed upon by the United States and Iran. Now, on the other hand, is President Trump saying to Israel, there will be no Israel without America and without me, President Trump. In other words, if you don't agree with us, we will withdraw our support for you. And you know that you and I cannot take on Iran. But Israel has come out to say the survival of Israel does not depend on any other nation or any other human being. So there's also a potential for a serious problem between Israel and the United States, depending on how it is handled.
Well, Barrister, again, something just came to my mind. A lot of fear came into my mind when you said you don't see a path, to peace. There's really nothing on the ground so far that shows that we could get to a point where there will be peace and that the U.S. and Iran can agree to something. I understand how complicated the issue of a nuclear warhead, uranium enrichment, and all of that is. But don't you think that the major challenge to the U.S. and Israel agreeing to, the U.S. and Iran agreeing to any peace at this time is the Israeli operations in southern Lebanon, Barrister? Don't you think that that operation itself, if they can resolve that and get Bibi Netanyahu and his people to stop that operation, then the talks of nuclear warhead, nuclear weapon, nuclear program is something that can be dealt with at a progressive level?
No, that's actually an easier issue to deal with than Iran giving up its nuclear stockpile or uranium.
Yes.
Or enriched uranium.
But they are not able to stop Israel from going on with what it's doing in southern Lebanon. That's the problem.
They can. They can because they can squeeze Israel. The United States gives Israel $2 billion every year as military support. Okay? And yes, you have hawks in Israel who believes that Trump cannot dictate to them, but the economic and security reality speaks otherwise. Now, but here is the issue. Why is Israel in Lebanon? Israel has always attacked Lebanon in the past, but why is Israel in Lebanon right now? Don't forget that Israel sometimes, I think it was late last year, that Hassan Nasrallah, the founder of Hezbollah, was taken out in Lebanon. And other leaders. Now, Israel went into Lebanon because Hezbollah is a supporter and associate of the regime in Iran. And they were lobbing missiles after missiles at Israel from Lebanon. Israel that says Iran will stop the Hezbollah from attacking Israel because America is no longer attacking Iran. America and Israel are no longer attacking Iran. You understand? Israel will not have any problem in stopping to attack Lebanon. You get that point?
I'm with you.
But Iran will find it impossible to surrender all this enriched uranium under any condition. And they have not mixed word about that. They say, look, we want to make peace, okay? We want to stop the war. We didn't start the war. But we are willing to stop the war with you, okay? But we will not, under no conditions, are we going to give up our nuclear enriched uranium? Do you understand?
I'm with you.
Now, the interesting thing that happened is that Trump, who said Iran will never be allowed to keep any missiles, it will never be allowed to develop, is now saying, but some other countries have these things. So why is Iran not entitled to keep some of it? So when you look at it, it's gratifying to know that the man who said to you,
it will never happen.
Danger to the world, we are not entitled to, and now he's become your chief advocate. Something shifted, which a lot of people have not seen. I think, and that is that he tried Iran, and he has seen that these guys are not a walkover.
Okay, finally, so that we can come back home and then we can discuss our local politics. Do you think that, because again, it appears as we speak that Israel is not interested in what is going on. They've not minced words in saying that, look, they are not in agreement with those 14 points, memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran. If they decide to go on ahead with this war without the U.S., what do you think would be the implications?
Israel will not do that. That would be foolhardy. Okay? Look, if Israel could take on Iran and all these other countries alone all these years without the support of America, why was Netanyahu waiting for Trump to be re-elected before the war started? Now, I'm not saying Israel do not have the military capability or strength to fight Iran.
Okay, but so
do you know what the repercussions will be? Almost all the other countries, Islamic countries in the region, will take on Israel. Now, the reason why they are holding back is because of the United States. You know, there's the Abraham Accord.
Accord, yes.
That the United States tried to put in place so that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and all of that can become diplomatically friendly with Israel.
With Israel, yes.
But it is the presence of the United States that is keeping these other countries back from fighting on the side of Iran. So once Israel separates itself from the United States, right, and decides to go against the United States and go fighting in the region, it will be much, much more difficult situation for Israel.
All right.
So they won't want to do that.
Okay, they won't want to do that. Barrister, let's just leave. Again, while we try to monitor what is going on, again, we keep our eyes on what is happening. The talks are ongoing. The discussions are ongoing. We quickly come back home, and I'll start with Nurudeen Adegbengro. You monitor the Ekiti
so
election.
I'll join you people. I'll be listening.
Okay, yes.
Let me join these guys.
Okay, all right. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for the time. Yeah. Okay, Nurudeen. Ekiti, no surprises. No surprises.
Not at all.
As predicted, it all happened like that. But I listened to Yaga Africa, their report. The Yaga Africa guide, basically the issues we gain would be the issue of voter apathy. You know, and I said it in a number of our shows that, look, you have close to 1 million registered voters. According to INEC, about 988,251 persons registered to vote, like were registered to vote, and only 384,940 were accredited to vote. So that's less than even half of the entire number of people registered to vote. So there's no need to argue about voter apathy. People did not come out, really.
Yes.
You know, if you had 1 million people and less than 400,000 got accredited to vote. So that's one issue that was talked about. The other one was the issue of vote buying. You know, it was the case of people.
It's even take another turn.
They said there were different ways of doing it.
They do
and
pre-election vote buying.
Vote buying.
Day of that election vote buying.
And then after. And I saw a video where some residents, members of a political party, chased out EFCC officials.
Yes.
Chased them away and said they don't need them. Why are you here? You know, again, one of the things we saw, and then there was also a bit of violence here and there. But I think generally INEC did not perform badly, even though there are questions here and there, and a case of the fact that, look, they can get it better. There's more to be done before the general elections in 2027, but not a completely bad outing for INEC. The results are out. The incumbent governor Oyebanji has been re-elected. He scored 319,224 votes. As against the PDP Oluyede, who scored 40,533, and then the ADC coming a distant third, 12,872 votes. That's Oluwadare Bejide, who is saying he might be heading to court. We don't really know what is going to happen from that end. But you have a governor who has broken the records. That's Governor Oyebanji, the first governor in Ekiti to be elected re-elected back to back. You know, Ekiti has a very rich history when it comes to choosing a governor. In 1999, they had Nurudeen Adegbengro, who only did a single term. In 2003, that was when Oshokomole came up. Ayofayose did only one term, and then eventually the PDP gave the ticket to Sᴛᴜᴅɪᴏ, who won. The court case dragged on between himself and Fayemi, and after 3 years, the courts affirmed Fayemi's victory, who did 4 years and also lost a bid to return a second term, and then Fayose came back again, then later Fayemi. But the first time in the history of Ekiti State, from 1999 till date, you have a certain Biodun Oyebanji who has been able to break that record of being elected back to back for the first time. What were your observations? Let's start with that. You monitored the elections. We had friends in the field. What were the general perception of the election, and what can you say was the whole thing about the election? Do you consider it a good one? You know, democracy at work, or you think that, look, we still have a long way to go?
If you look at from the perspective of the stakeholders of every election, like election in Ekiti, I think if I take it from the angle of INEC, I think using the challenges that happened, I think INEC has improved a little bit. Majority of the centers,
voting started early.
That it started very early, and apart from that, we've not seen, apart from 1 or 2 places, we couldn't lay our hands on any ad hoc staff of INEC misbehaving. Apart from one, because there is a particular one that a particular voter alleged that by the time they will give him the paper to vote, it has been completed.
but not it's not widespread.
It's not widespread. In a particular location when 5-7 person were saying a particular packet that's supposed to be new
and clean without any thumbprint
that has been thumbprinting. Then question needs to be asked.
Who thumped?
That means some certain people have thumbprinted even
on the papers before the election.
Before the election, that one is one. Then,
but how did the official make the mistake of giving a thumbprinted ballot paper to a voter?
Maybe that particular.
How did that even happen in the first place?
And that is the thing. And these are the questions that INEC needs to look into ahead of 2000.
Osun is coming, so let's see whether it's something to get better in Osun.
Then another one again in the area of beavers.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pockets. You remember that Senator Ojudu said
complained.
I have to, for 30 minutes.
He could not be accredited to vote.
For 30 minutes. So we don't know if as little as Ekiti, then we are still having the problem of beavers. Although currently now, you know, our network providers and we have problem here and there. So we do know. But one thing that is there is that INEC need to really work. Then police. I think in this particular election, we've not have a genuine case where security operatives are involved. Apart from one or two issues, is not rampant like we used to be. Then in terms of the politicians, the major actors, they cannot change. They cannot change. In fact, it should be on record that the vote buying in Ekiti is more than the one of Ondo.
But it came in different ways.
What happened is this. You know, it has a pre-election vote buying. This is what happened. According to the report and according to the journalists on ground, that the pre is this. You remember that by Thursday, all political parties should end
campaigns,
adverts. But it was alleged that advert was still going until Friday. 2, that on Friday, with a particular vehicle painted with the pictures of the governor going around with the banners and everything on that particular bus.
Is it the bus sharing bread?
And sharing bread.
Is that vote buying?
Because it goes against using the vehicle of the government
to share bread when campaign should have stopped.
So it's against the electoral law. That one is one part. Then another part again is this: there wasn't a situation in which some certain people, we don't know, maybe they are registered or they are not, but the information that the journalists are releasing is that there are some certain people that were camped in a particular place. You remember that a day before that election, some certain political parties were alleging that there are some people that could not get their own PVCs. But there was also a video also which was confirmed by a particular journalist that called over that particular event that
use someone else's voter card.
The question we are now going to
ask is that's where beavers comes in.
The question we are now asking is this:
yes,
those people, did they use that
to vote?
These are questions that we need to ask. Another one again is this: if they use it, those people using beavers, those people, are they accredited?
Because you look, that's where beavers come.
Because that's where the beavers
is supposed to accredit you.
But another thing again that is during that particular election, people sold votes to the extent of, it depends on area.
I saw a man that said his own, no, this is my PVC. It's 5,000.
5,000 naira. That is the list. There are some 7,000. Like people in Idosi, there are some that are 10,000. It depends on how you can be able to negotiate.
So it was a willing buyer, willing seller situation.
So, and that is the thing. So if at this time, in 2026, we are still talking about vote buying in that particular manner.
In open glare, not eating.
Yeah. You know, before they used to be father to the extent that women, mothers, were used as agents of this particular vote buying. It shows that we have a lot of way to go. As much as we can be talking down of the politicians, then we need to talk to Nigerians too. We need to talk to you. Can vote for anybody you want to vote for without any inducement, based on your belief, and you think that person is going to have impact on your life, and that is the thing. But what we saw in the area of vote buying in Ekiti, it was a show of shame to the Nigerians. It was show of shame to our election. There is nobody that is going to be sitting down and be looking that kind of a report where vote buying has really characterized, and in terms of the numbers of people, total number of votes casted. Fuhad, automatically as we speak, there are a lot of things that agency in terms of orientating people, apart from the INEC, apart, politicians cannot do much in that regards. The only thing they can do is to use vote buying to draw people out. But in the area of the agency of government, that needs to sensitize people
to
more.
Come out and vote.
But do you have to blame the people? If I have a chairman of a local government, councillors, house, state house of assembly, house of rep, governor, that I think they have not make much impact in me, what is the main reason why I have to go out?
But coming out to vote should be an opportunity for you to change the story. If politicians have not performed, one would expect that should even be enough motivation for voters to come out and say, you know what, we're going to vote you out,
because of the interest,
or vote your party out.
The interest they have is that they don't believe
that the election
is going to count.
Well, okay, well, let me
that is the reason.
Let me talk to you, Joseph Folorunsho, because the issue of voter apathy, I knew this was going to happen, and you know we were joking before we came onto the show that our governor in Edo that says he will give 2.5 million votes.
No, he's not good with figures.
we don't know where he's going to get 2.5 million votes.
Even Kano cannot give us 2.5
million. So look at what has happened, and you would expect that in a governorship election there will be more participation.
Even with the other former governors,
yes,
putting all together, so they can only get 300.
Because this is it. This is it, Joseph. All the former governors that have ruled Ekiti 1999
they are at the back of the current governor,
came out to campaign, mobilize for this governor. So one would have expected that they would draw out the vote. People, in fact, the vote would be massive. But look at what you have. People have registered to vote. They've collected their PVCs. The INEC official figure shows that 988,251 people collected their PVCs. They registered. But you have only 384,940 people cumulatively coming out to vote. In fact, if you look at it now, the person who has been re-elected got just 319,224 votes. what do you think is the reason why we... And it's not just Ekiti.
It's not.
The same thing happened in the other by-election.
By-election.
In Ondo, it was the same. Even in Edo, it was the same thing.
One of Edo is not even up to 377.
Just about 200. So at the end of the day, you see governorship elections that should ordinarily bring out the people. Because the governorship election is even closer to the people than the presidential election. So you would expect that people will get more involved. Why do you think we still have this issue of voter apathy? Why do we have a situation where people are not just interested? Because it appears people are not interested.
I think for me, what just happened is to affirm to us that Nigeria, Ekiti, they believe in a democratic system, but they don't believe the kind that we are operating.
I said it's not only Ekiti. We are just using Ekiti
as
a model now.
I say Nigeria and
the same
Ekiti,
pattern all around.
Yes, because, in a democratic system, even those that did not study politics, they know their characteristic of a democratic system, whereby it's opportunity that before you do anything, you present it
to the
for people to vet it, approval, and before you go ahead. But you now look at what we are doing is like a technical way of even behaving more than the military system, though we don't wear uniform, but like a dictatorship. Look at it almost across the whole federation. There's nothing like real state House of Assembly that's supposed to be questioning the governors oversight. But you now see that the governor is like some of the House of Assembly is like a unit to the executive. They decide who become a speaker.
So is that why people are not coming out to vote? Because I'm actually talking about voter apathy.
That's what I'm saying. People feel that.
Why people are not interested?
People feel that these people, they already make up their mind the way the election will go. So they
don't trust the electoral system.
They don't trust the. Okay, look at EFCC. Thank God I support those people that chase the EFCC out of their community, because if EFCC actually sit down and study the pattern of the way
the vote buying is done,
use money to induce election, they would know that the biggest vote buying is before the election.
Not on the day of election.
The day of the election, now small boy, they collect those.
The real vote buying has happened.
Okay, do you know what it would take for all those senators, all those governors that went,
former governors, senators, reps,
to bring
for you to I think the other APC governors who were there.
For everybody to come there. Do you think they go there empty-handed?
They took the cash from a bank for different banks.
Now, for all the past governors, for them to come out, okay, like Oshoko say, I am not a member of APC, but I'm solely behind this.
It may not be about money.
See, when you talk of, it can be what of. There are many ways of inducing people.
Yeah.
It may not be cash. If you need something, and okay, I have some list, I will support you, but have a list of 5 or okay, no problem, send them. Is that not vote buying? So sometimes when EFCC is talking issue of vote buying, I think I used to blame
even the cash they are using.
No,
is it not from bank?
No, EFCC will not be able. Those that even some of them that went there, even they say, you know, whether they equally involved in vote buying, because the vote buying can be if they give you jollof rice and you know ask how did that jollof rice enter? What I told you, there was an election, I think in Mushi. EFCC came there. I was inside that very place. EFCC came there, and things were happening. But EFCC came and said, "Hope everything's okay." They say yes, and they left. And I said, if we are serious,
yes,
EFCC can be there without knowing that EFCC came there. When you come up with all the branding, the EFCC vehicle, everybody wear clothes of EFCC. Is it not the way of? Sometimes armed robber is in a particular place. We are blowing sari, telling them that if I meet you there, I'll meet you there. Armed robber a white armed robber will leave
now
before you get there.
In the victory speech of the re-elected governor, he talked about polling booths not being on social media, which is just a way of telling people that, look, the noise on social media will not really count on election day or does not really count on election day. He said it very clearly that, you know what, this is politics 100%, politics at its best. All politics is local, and look, the noise on social media, you know, does not necessarily count. If you can play your politics well, victories are assured. And basically what he's saying is that, look, all the noise of APC is not doing well, APC will lose, APC will do this. Nurudeen Joseph, how many off-cycle elections have we had? These elections have gone one way.
Apart from the one of Anambra.
And even the one of Anambra.
It's still an agreement.
It's still like APC by proxy, because the person that won that election has told you he will be supporting APC. Do you think the patterns we've seen from these off-cycle elections is an indication of what may likely happen in 2027 during the general elections?
If you look at from 1999 till date,
yes,
all our elections, not even about now alone, doesn't go with performance.
Okay.
It has shown that it doesn't go with performance. And I can give you different examples.
The people, so your performance does not guarantee
victory for you and even for your party.
Or defeat.
Or even if your governor perform woefully, does not mean he's going to lose in the re-election bid. That is the current situation. Look, a lot of Nigerians are clamoring economic hardship, a lot of insecurity. And in all the off-cycle election, apart from the one of Anambra, APC is already clearing it.
Is it that all the people who make the loudest noise on social media don't come out to vote? Because, look, where are these people, Joseph, Nurudeen? If we do the mathematics now, how many registered voters? You have close to 1 million.
Yes, over 600.
So the remaining 600,000 people.
Yes.
Where were they on election day?
And that is the reason why we are saying that.
Are they the noisemakers? Are they the ones who shout the most on social media?
Even with the 370 something
thousand votes
that voted
on election day.
If we really want to scrutinize every vote,
who actually
let us remove the one of vote buying away from this 300.
People that really came out to vote without inducement.
How many are they? And that is the problem that we have at hand. Another thing again is this: the reason why somebody like Oyebanji can be coming the way he's coming is because we have a system that don't work. We have a system that's filled with nepotism.
But how did he get the endorsement of all the past governors? And not just the former governors.
Yes.
The stakeholders in the state.
The
elder statesmen in the state.
What it means is
they all endorsed him.
It's because of the system we find ourselves. How many times within 4 years that I visited Ekiti, that if you want to categorize the performance, you know there are some certain places you go in a state. By the time you go to 2 or 3 for
this governor is working,
you will not because you are going to see the traces. It's because of the system we find ourselves. Our system only build personalities. We don't really build the structure that will develop the environment. And those particular individuals, they are the ones that will determine what is going to happen in every state. And that is the reason why we are finding ourselves. Another one again is this: if Nigerians, irrespective whether you believe in APC or you don't believe in APC, irrespective of where you stand, you will still have a lot of Nigerians showing their civic responsibility to go and vote. We are going to be having the numbers that we are having that is going to low, irrespective of who they are going to vote for. Another thing again is this: the mind that they know the person they are going to vote for, they know the person that is going to win, I don't need to go and vote. If we still have that kind of thinking going forward to 2027 election, I'm telling you, nothing is going to change in terms of the kind of people that come out to vote.
Something comes to mind, Joseph Folorunsho. And if you look at the pattern again, and it's been, even in Lagos, you know that we hardly get up to 1 million votes.
Yes, now.
Even with our governorship elections in Lagos. If you look at the population of Lagos, the number of registered voters, if at the general elections, you have 90-something million people registering to vote. At the end of the day, less than 30 million people coming out to vote, which is just
even the
about
presidential
election.
That we have Tinubu on the ballot.
So is there something about Nigerians participating in a part of the electoral process, which is just going out there to register, get the PVC? But when it comes to the critical, the most important part of the whole process, you don't find them. You don't find them. We've seen elections in other countries where they record 90% participation on election day.
Yes.
I don't think we've ever had any real election where we've gotten 40% participation. 40%. it's always like this. And we predicted that this was going to be the situation. Is this what we're going to see again in 2027? Or you think that maybe the candidates we have now, with Peter Obi, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku, could actually draw people out to vote, could motivate the people? Nurudeen has talked about orientation, publicity, and I think what more should motivate the people to come out and vote other than the situation of the country? If that is not enough motivation, people as a motivation for them to come out and vote on election day.
It's going to be very difficult. I think it's only 2023, okay, let's say 2015, that the people actually came out, which was actually a protest vote, and they feel that because of insecurity, the PDP led by Jonathan.
Because of insecurity. So there's no insecurity.
It was a protest vote then. So
why are we not seeing the protest votes now?
No, the protest vote cannot be there because people are tired. People are tired because.
So they're giving up.
They've given up because, for example, Oga Fuhad, the biggest challenge that we have in respect of insecurity is when you see people who are in charge to take care of that, they will promise you, say, we're on top of this.
So what you are saying is that people are not coming out to vote because they are tired they've given up.
People in Nigeria, a lot of Nigeria are giving up because you can't even talk to them. Just, if you have a friend, immediately become maybe a lawmaker. You can't call him for him to pick your call.
No, you see, I'm not talking about what the politicians have done or what they have not done. I'm not even bothered about their performance. I'm saying that whatever the politicians have done or have not done, shouldn't it be enough to motivate people know what?
Nigeria are not like that because
people keep talking about. Look,
do you know that the thing would have been worse than this? Assuming that insecurity is taken care of. A lot of Nigerians, they are not politically savvy, as in some people, if they have their way, so if they can go to their farm, go to their business, if a president or governor say want to stay in the next 1 million years, they don't have it so far they can go to their normal business.
Okay, now this is the thing for me. Why participate in a part of the process and not see it through and not be a part of the entire process? That's what I'm saying.
No, the reason why some people are going to
register
is
for ID.
The problem is we have issue of identity in Nigeria.
So they need ID card.
A
valid ID card.
Some people is just ID card. You're immediately, so I don't have a card to be going for.
I don't have driver's license. I don't have a national. Okay, but at least the voter card can serve as ID.
Are doing that just because of their own personal transaction. In fact, the only time they will be having it, maybe they want to go to the bank, say the day of election, they don't even bother to go and check whether
it's unfortunate.
I think because we did not allow people to be involved. Because, for example, how many people, the system would have said, okay, I think there is need for us to have what they call re-identity, as in the national ID card. That people should for you to get a national ID card should be a very easy process. But every day, if you go to that the Alausa office, you see people just for you to have an identity.
So because they can't get NIM,
they just go to voter's card. At least if I can't get NIM, let me go to.
For me, I think it's enormous. One of the reasons I think people are not coming out,
apart from
all these,
just not being interested in
one. You know, everybody has vision. No matter how clueless somebody is, you have a vision of what you want to be. Even if you don't work towards it, many Nigerians, they believe that this particular country, those people in charge of the vehicle that is carrying all of us, they are carrying us to where we don't know.
Shouldn't that be enough motivation for them to be a part of the process?
But don't forget,
if you are not happy with a government,
yes,
it should be the biggest motivation to say, you know what, on election day, I'm going to put my foot down, vote for someone else, vote the government out. We are not seeing that. And that's why I've told you that apart from the APC taking almost all the off-cycle elections, apart from Anambra, look, the turnout in itself has shown that, look, we are probably just noisemakers. Nigerians are just noisemakers.
And that is one of, then another area that people are thinking is this. Some people look at it and said it is psychological.
Okay.
That what makes it psychological is this. If you believe somebody has not imparted into your life and you want to change that particular narrative, the better route to go and change the narrative is to have your card on the day of election, go and vote.
Yes.
But when you now have people that have the card and they see the route where they believe the change they are looking for within their mind can come into reality, and they did not go. Look at that particular person. What they've done to those people, it is not only that they don't have ability to do something, they don't have ability to think at the same time. That is why some people believe is one of the reason is psychological. Many Nigerians are psychologically disturbed that they don't even know what is right that can give them the change they think they are desire than what is not going to give them.
How I wish we can have a very good data of these 384,040 people that voted. And when I say data now, if we can do the demographics, so to say, okay, how many of them are graduates?
Yes.
How many of these voters have a second degree?
Or petty traders?
What is their income level? You probably will discover that a larger majority of these people
are low-income earners.
Low-income earners, people without a first or second degree. Those educated people, the people who dominate conversation on social media, who push the narrative. In fact, when we some of the videos we saw, you saw older people coming out. A lot of old people,
women and
in Ekiti, Osun, Ondo.
Yes,
elderly people. You will see them out.
So where are the young educated people?
You know the problem that we have.
Yes.
You see the elite in Nigeria is not now from 1999 till date. You remember that in 1979 presidential election, the elites, they are the one that always marshal people to come out. They will use education, they will use health
advocacy and all of that
to tell people. But from 1999 till date, what our elites always fail to do is that, number one, on the day of election, they will not come out. They are the one that will lament so much. They are the one that will call on radio. They are the one that will call on television. They are the one that will be on social media. They will not even do advocacy, talk less of coming out to vote. And you are the one, they are the one that wants to benefit more when it talks about good governance. And that is the reason why we are saying that if we still continue the way we are continuing, that a lot of Nigerians in every state, in every geopolitical zone, they did not come out to vote. Whoever you think is going to do it better, and you don't support and vote for that particular person, you don't come out and vote, it's going to be a mirage. And good development, good governance is going to be a mirage.
Because the figures are...
let me add, I think we should not, environment can't now. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria, everybody is a government, like a local government of itself. That is, if we open the phone now, this guy that you could call for Folorunsho.
That is right.
He will tell you that there's no light. Now, there's no light. Those that have opportunity to buy fuel to manage the noise, yes, there's light, but the noise coming out from
I agree. What I'm saying is that I agree that there's no light
for anybody to actually think rationally. It's so toxic, Oga Fuhad. The reason why sometimes when we are talking like this, even despite, you know that just sometimes if you do anything, I will not say, maybe there's a spirit that is telling people, if you just see a lot of 50,000 now, in the next 30 minutes, you'll be shocked. That
you know people that will be calling
people
you.
That will just send message, say, I just say I should greet you. In case if there's anything, you know, does this person know that I see any money? So the environment is so toxic for people to actually make some rational decision.
Okay, let's hope that people will understand that. Look,
it's
not enough to campaign. It's not enough. Sorry, to complain. It's not enough to say things are not working well. You know, because I don't know why anybody will start a process like struggling, going out to get a voter's card.
When it's time to use it, and they will collect money from you.
You don't use it. And there are
and you want good governance, and you want development.
And I'm sure that by the time you also check the age, all those young people between 20 and 30.
No, they know they vote.
They are watching Telemundo.
Yeah.
They are playing football. They are gisting
they are on social media. They vote. They are thinking of the next opportunity.
And you know the funniest thing. These are people that will be telling you they use 73-year-old person, 30-year-old man as a chairman of the local government. When you supposed to even participate, you did not participate. And they are the one that will be clamoring much that not too young to rule. Now, not too young to vote. When you are above 18, you get your card, you go and vote for anybody of your choice. By the time you are still sitting down at home, you are part of the people that is driving us back in Nigeria.
I hope our young ones.
Let me add to that again that I think the system is a bit very hostile to the young ones. Because I will send you a video.
Hostile to the young ones.
Hostile to the young ones, yeah.
And it's stopping them from coming out to vote.
Yeah, because I spent quality time on Kiri Medium prison yesterday.
Yes.
I will send you a video which it's a TV I take you. You see, when you were interacting with these younger ones, in fact, let me say, over 60% of those guys in that prison, they are just awaiting trial. Sometimes, he said that some did not even know how many they are there. Some,
but what I'm saying is that the failure of the system, these things we are complaining about, the whack justice system, no light, no water. I think that should be what
motivation
should
why they are doing like that to show to you that you don't have any power to do anything.
No. I'm saying that if you have young people awaiting trial, that's the problem we've always talked about with our justice system. And I think there's been enough talk about the fact that we need to begin to look at these things. Oh, why shouldn't we have stable electricity? Why can't we have potable water running in our houses? Why can't we have good roads? Why can't our hospital be okay? Why can't we have solid and sound education? These are things that we complain about every day. We talk about every day. And you expect a nation that is almost on its knees, like Nigeria is at this time, should have people coming out to vote, being a part of the process. That's my worry. I'm not saying that.
No, it will not work.
It will not work.
It will not work because even in social media, even some traditional media houses,
yes.
You know, it's a strong campaign, the gun campaign that vote doesn't count.
Okay, well,
because it's a campaign. They know they just to discourage these guys.
Because if you say
not
vote,
to know that they have power.
No, if vote is not, I always say
the vote count.
If the vote doesn't count,
why are they buying votes?
Why are they buying votes? Why are they using money on campaign?
If votes don't count, why do you see the politicians buying votes?
They will have cross-leg and just
the vote count.
The vote
the narrative there is vote doesn't count.
But so why are the people buying the why are the people buying the narrative that the votes don't count? Why are they buying the narrative?
It all depends on the level of
okay,
people
all right.
thinking.
Let's leave that. Congratulations to Ekiti people and the re-elected governor who has broken.
Fuhad, before you move on, I want to say one thing.
Yes.
Ekiti people, we don't know what's going to happen in tribunal or whatever. You have elected
no complaint
a governor for another 4 years.
Yes.
No, but we have our national problem. Ekiti people or Ekiti residents should not bring any of their domestic problem to national problem.
No, they have a right to. They have a right to.
We know their problem should be within their state.
They are part of the Nigerian state.
Every state has its own problem.
But it is one.
The national, the one that is national.
Yes.
They can bring it up. It's national.
Yes.
But the one that is state, our state governor did not do road, did not have water.
They can talk about it.
They can talk about it. But we'll make sure and we will be recalling they are the one that voted for their governor.
What we'll tell them is that look, if you now
because you have collected money, or those people that have collected money,
they can't be all.
I don't think collected.
For those who have collected,
that's what I'm saying. They have collected money.
It would be wrong to say all the voters.
No, I didn't say all the money.
So what I would just say is that look, if for any reason this governor now disappoints them, those who did not collect money but who felt that he has done well to get their votes again for a second term, what they should know is that look, when elections come, don't be emotional.
Yes.
Do the right thing, look at the performance of these people. And then, of course, for those who are not participating, I'm saying this because, again,
they're even the worst. They are even the worst. Those people that are not participating.
I don't think the governor will disappoint them.
Between those who come out and collect money to vote and those who collected PVC and did not come out, who is more problematic to our electoral system?
Collect PVC and did not vote.
Those people that did not even vote at
all, they are
even the worst.
So
anyways,
we'll continue to.
This governor will not disappoint them because
it will be wrong to say because again, his re-election is most likely an affirmation of his performance by the Ekiti people. We can't say.
No, we can't, irrespective of whatever that happened. That is the person they chosen,
and
that's why I said they should let it be their peaceful. And elections, nobody died.
Okay, it's a Political Roundtable, Mainland 98.3 FM. Again, congratulations to Governor Biodun Oyebanji is a record breaker, the man who has broken
Mr.
the jinx back to back for the first time. Because Ekiti election, look, if you follow the Ekiti election,
I look at the result from Idosi. I just laugh.
The same Idosi. So congratulations to him. In fact, I think he even defeated some of these opponents right there in their polling units.
Yes,
that's to tell you how grounded this governor is. How he's been able to place politics to win the support of
politics.
Ekiti people.
Politics.
In fact, this is probably the easiest of the elections I've seen.
Yes.
Edo was tougher than this.
Yes.
Ondo, yes, maybe easy, but not as easy
not
as what we have in Ekiti. But so we leave it at that. Political Roundtable, mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Saheed Fuhad. We had Barrister Kurtis join us. He had to take a break because, again, he had some engagements to attend to, but he's been able to really help us with the US-Iran situation. We are praying. We are praying that, look, these guys understand that, look, whatever they are doing has global consequences. It's not been easy. Things have been tough for people. I want to appeal to people who are calling us to stop calling us at this time. This is not the time to call. When we open the phone lines, we'll announce to you. We've been calling and just disturbing our engagements here. Now, the NDC has been doing a lot of things. In fact, it's a party that has been talking. The leader of the party, the national leader of the party, Senator Seriaki Dixon, was all over the media last week. Social media, traditional media, TV, radio, talking about the need for people to understand that, look, to get a party to a national level of reckoning, to get a new political party like the NDC to a point where they begin to compete effectively, have structures that can, go toe to toe with established political parties like the APC and the PDP. The party needs money. They need people of substance, and they need to run as a party that understands how local politics works in Nigeria. But beyond all of the conversation of, because, you had the issue of, some people are popular on social media, so because of that, they expect that the ticket of the party will just be handed to them. You have the Aisha Yusufu situation, get House of Reps, no, I won't send it. And look, the fact that you are jumping all over social media does not mean we are going to hand the ticket. I listened to Seriaki Dixon when he said, you know what, we need money to run this party. We are not collecting money directly, but we must be able to probe your capacity to run an election. Can you campaign? Can you get the votes out? Can you really run the election? We are not just going to hand a ticket to you because you are popular on social media. And I think Ekiti has taught us a lesson, whether we like it or not. Social media popularity
is different.
It's completely different from the way we run elections in Nigeria. But they've done something very interesting, and I want us to talk about it, Nurudeen, quickly. Ahead of the presidential elections and the general elections, the National Democratic Party has introduced what they call a mandatory indemnity and affidavit requirement for its governorship and National Assembly candidates. So what they've done is to introduce what is called an anti-defection oath. And so you sign an affidavit, you swear an affidavit, and they are saying that, look, because I listened to the national advisor of the party saying that, look, they are doing this so that they can stop people from defecting from the party. And I think that what they are looking at is what happened with the Labour Party, where a lot of candidates rode on the back of Obi popularity to win elections and got to the floor of the House. But now they've limited this oath taken to governorship candidates and National Assembly and State Assembly candidates. The report is that they've exempted the presidential candidate of the party and his running mate from taking this oath. What do you think the NDC is trying to do? What are they trying to do? What are they seeing that we are not seeing? Is there something they are trying to protect the party against? I would have hoped that Barrister Kurtis was here to tell us about the legal sides of this conversation, because it would be nice to get a lawyer to tell us whether this can be legally binding. Because again, if the law permits that people can move, and then within your party, you are signing an agreement that nobody should move. So can one supersede the other one? Cannot be legally binding. But I think we'll leave that when we have Barrister Kurtis to look at the legal aspect of that. But politically speaking, Nurudeen, those signing the oaths, are they going to... Is this necessary? Let me just ask it in a very simple and basic way. Is this something necessary?
Let me come from the angle of the law, because there is no way we will talk about this because they make it as part of the rules in their own party. So we need to come from the angle of the law. Number one, Constitution of Nigeria stipulates fundamental human rights, the freedom of association. That one is not negotiable. That one is one. Then secondly is this: in the Constitution, even in the electoral law, the Constitution really gives that reasons for, it doesn't have a caveat for the executive. A governor can be elected today
and defect tomorrow without any reason. Yes.
Without any reason. That one is that. But the one of the legislature, either in the state assembly, it has some certain conditions for people to live.
Yes.
Now, the one of NDC,
yes,
if they restricted it only to the National Assembly candidates
and governors,
and state assembly candidates,
yes,
they have, partially they will have been right, but they should consider a situation in which the party is divided,
because
and the law give
that's
room.
the clause.
That's the one of the clauses.
So because if you bring up the idea of signing an oath, an anti-defection oath,
yes,
and the law says that, look, as a legislature, whether the National Assembly or State Assembly, once the party is divided
from up to
the point where they can no longer function. So are they saying if tomorrow the NDC runs into trouble,
they should stay there?
The people will remain there. That's why I'm saying that.
The way they remove the engine of PDP and remove
if tomorrow, allegedly, the people who keep removing engine of party work their way into NDC and scatter it. That's why I'm saying that. Is this justiciable? Is this legally binding? Is it even necessary for a party to begin to think that they will do something like to stop people from living?
Politically speaking,
yes. Does it make sense to think this way?
Wait, there is no political party that wants its member to take his mandate to another party.
Okay, so how do you do it? Is it by signing this agreement?
So that is one of the reasons why they think they will do it. That they have to do it.
Yes.
But practically speaking,
yes,
it will not work.
Should they even do it when shouldn't they know that practically?
I think they just want to, because give a kind of consult there.
Are you aware that if politicians want to defect, they can even be the ones to manufacture crisis within the party?
They don't even need to manufacture any crisis. See, if they want to defect,
yes.
Now, did you think by mind?
Especially the governors.
I'm coming. Let's leave the governors aside. By mind, legislator, can you think he's going to be in your party? By mind, his mind is okay. Do you think Wike in Rivers State today, his mind is in APC, but his physical structure is in PDP? Practically, it's not going to work. And how it's not going to work is that if you talk about the governor, forget it, it will not work. Then the National Assembly member, State Assembly member, if that particular person is moving to the ruling party, they will shield him. You recall that when some certain members are moving to NDC, ADC, you recall that the Senate president, in fact, I think it was Tajuddin Abbas that was on seat that particular day, wanted to be talking. That he wanted to be talking about the law that talks about cross-carpeting in whatever. Some people have to shout him that, come on. Do you know how many people that have joined ship from another party to APC? But practically speaking, they are just joking. It's not going to work.
But Joseph, why is the NDC already preempting that? All these way they can't join us. They just want to collect tickets. If they don't win, they go move. Then why would they exempt Peter Obi and Kwankwaso from this oath taking? Well, when I say oath now, signing this anti-defection oath or agreement, if you permit me to use that word. Because again, people have been saying that why not subject everybody to the same standard? Why exempt Obi and Kwankwaso? Is it that you are telling them that, well, if you eventually win, you might be bigger than the party and there's no way we can stop you? Why not make it a general thing? And why do you think the NDC is already preempting that, look, a lot of these guys who are coming to pick tickets are just going to use the party as an SPV and then one day take flight?
I think Saraki Dixon, a former governor of Senator Saraki Dixon and former governor of Bayelsa, understand the system.
As a veteran politician himself.
Not only that, in the Holy Bible, they say that it is difficult for a big man to pass through the eye of a needle. But not Nigeria. Nigeria, 2 big men, they go pass through that eye of a needle. So any law they are making in Nigeria, they will find a way that big man should not consign any big man. And again, there's something that the man know.
We should not concern it. Okay, so
it doesn't concern.
A governorship candidate is a big man too.
Wait, the governor.
I'm talking about the party now.
I know. Yes, these guys are. Saraki, this is a former governor. Kwankwaso like a bigger person than.
Okay, so
So
what message is the NDC giving to Nigeria?
No, you know in Nigeria
that all animals are equal, but some animals are bigger than the other animals.
You know when you talk of principle.
No, I'm just saying because if you yes,
they are the selling points.
No, even if they are the selling point.
Wait,
yes.
See, in Inter Miami is a club that Lionel Messi played for in US. I'm coming.
Yes.
Ordinarily, you know that if a particular player is moving from any country to a particular country,
yes,
Messi has not left, although he have signed with them. But they have not even come to go to parade him. You understand now?
Yeah.
They have already getting his working permit for him. I'm coming. You see, the situation that NDC find itself now, these 2 people, Rabi Kwankwaso and Peter Obi, are the selling point. And if a particular,
so if there's no equality in the political party,
there has never been equality in any political party in Nigeria.
So that means that how would they preach equality to Nigeria?
See, there is no politician. It's only when a particular policy doesn't favor a particular politician in a political party. That is when you are going to be hearing equality. There is no political party in Nigeria that preach or that have the feature of equality or talking about everybody is the same. If you want to know if everybody is the same, you know that in Katsina State, the son of former President Muhammadu Buhari, nobody contested primary with him.
But at least he went through the party process.
What did you say?
Peter
Obi and Rabi Kwankwaso. I'm coming.
No, what I'm saying
how come some people, if a governor and the other political stakeholder in Katsina, they said it on national television, we are giving you this form. In fact, I don't think he even paid for form. We are giving you, and nobody is contesting the primary with you. Is that one also under equality? That one is not. There is no political party in Nigeria that you can talk about equality. It doesn't work.
Okay,
some certain fish are bigger to the extent. So far they can swallow other fishes, they give them to their side, and that is what is happening in ADC. They are the selling point. If not because of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, you think people are going to be rushing to NDC as we speak?
Okay.
And again, you know, a lot of things. Principle is like something that disappeared out of this place. When talk people with principle, forget about it. Look at issue of River State. Those lawmakers who do an affidavit, do a video. They now went to court and said they did not defend.
So what are you talking about?
So I hope somebody will not wake up tomorrow and say they fault my
Then another one. If you want to even look at the issue that you are talking about, principle we are talking about, look at that the Judge Lifu.
And I don't want to talk about it.
No, it's still the same thing.
I will not bother with Lifu.
Because if you know somebody that has been at the bench for that number of years, and you know that a superior court, if he has interest in a particular case, and there is an affidavit,
he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know.
Which one can you say?
All right, let's open the phone line so that we can engage our callers early. 09136000410. It's been an extensive, interesting conversation. If you ask me, we are hoping and praying that between the US and Iran, God will intervene. The God that would not continue to allow us suffer unnecessarily would help us to intervene in that matter. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
And my people.
We greet you.
My name is Ambrose.
Yes.
Ambrose.
Yes.
I think man just like trouble. After the war, they will fight, and they will still sit down to discuss.
So why the fight in the first place? Why?
So why the fight in the first place?
Business.
You know? Brian Kurtis is still there.
No, it's not. It's not with us again.
Okay.
It's...
So now, the issue of Ekiti.
Yes.
And all of these things, you see, until when we begin to have free, fair, and credible election. You know, some people will come and tell you there is nowhere we have.
But Pastor Ambrose, if people don't come out to vote, how can we be talking about free, fair, and credible election? You come out to vote first.
I've been begging my children. There are 4 that are eligible to vote now.
Yes.
Go and register. They say they are wasting their time.
You see the problem? You not see the problem.
And they are not with me in Lagos yet.
Uh-huh.
Go and register. They say no. They register now. I say no. You people should go and register. And I told them, and you see, I'm threatening them, but my threat will do nothing.
You don't have to even threaten them.
Thank you. Now, we are talking of all of these things, like what is it called? Said
Nurudeen.
Nurudeen. You know, how many people actually came out to vote? That figure is even exaggerated.
This one?
Yeah.
They may not be up to this number.
They are not up to. They are not up to.
That would be a big disaster.
Until when what is the national orientation doing? There is no free, fair act.
Those people did not have money. They did not have money.
I'm with you.
Now, lastly, this issue of money. Nobody can influence me with money. And if you give me money, I will collect it.
But you vote your conscience.
I will vote for my choice. So that's what we are saying now. Let people go en masse and enroll, and then when it is time for election, the election is going to be different in the presidential election. You saw what happened in 2023. So expect more. This one, state elections, people don't bother much. Okay. But when it is that presidential election, you will see what will happen.
Okay, but Pastor Ambrose, just a minute before you go.
Yes.
Don't you think it's a wrong thing to think that, I only want to vote for a president, I will not bother with other elections? Can the president... No, wait. Again, so that I want us to educate people who are thinking like that. So if by adventure now you think, it's about Peter Obi, and you vote for Peter Obi, is he going to run the whole country by himself? So the people, that's what we are saying. So that idea does not even make any sense. I just want to vote for the president, and then others I don't bother.
The people that are the helm of affairs at the governorship.
So how do
look
people
at
say?
Lesotho, for example, now you can see the impact it's making. Now, if they said it did not matter and they voted for the wrong person, after all, we've had PDP governors for how many terms now?
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you, Barry. Hello, good evening.
A very good evening to the responsible father. Happy Father Day to you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Prince Wires, calling you from Mosodi, the city in the center of Senegal.
Yes.
See, if all the politicians, if all of them buy food, one must emerge the winner. If they not buy food, one of them must emerge the winner. But I want to be government. That's what he wants in Nigeria politicians. And it doesn't work that way. And if you are buying food, if they give you money, if they give me money, I will never take the money. Because my conscience will telling me, I collect money for certain things, I do not do it, I do not spend the money. That's part of corruption. You should show me, don't collect the money from anybody because of voting for him. That's for the Ekiti. I congratulate the governor because some people can say it. Politicians mean Fuhad.
I'm with you.
The staggered election conduct in other states.
Yes.
Have we gotten the result?
Yes.
You see, when you look at the result, look like this. But in Nigeria, I think all the problems are facing today. When you talk of insecurity, this throwback, it is a corruption. The moment we start with corruption, I'm telling you all, Nigeria will do better. And for finally, Trump, he knows very well. He brings pain to the world. And this according to what our analyst for America is.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Prince Wise. I think the other call just took it off. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening to you.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, this is Olabi from Matogo.
Yes, Mr. Olabi, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. There are some things that I have observed. You were talking about party capacity.
The line is not stable. Mr. Olabi, you might try to shift your position a bit. You are struggling to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
It's better now, yes.
Okay, it's better now.
Yes.
Okay. You were talking about political apathy the other time.
Yes.
You understand? A lot of factors are responsible for this problem. I can see, this is what exactly I've experienced in the past. There is what we call vote intimidation. Sometimes when you are trying to cast your vote, that place is more or less exposed to the extent that even the delegate to be, I'm talking about their agents, they can see everything you are doing. This as a result of, this as a problem can take people away. That is one. Two, I think on the part of the politicians, having a small number of people is to their own advantage because it becomes manageable for them to, give this, give that. I'm talking about vote buying this time around. So three, when we are talking about national orientation agency or whatsoever, I don't know the role they are playing when it comes to issue like this. People are supposed to have that security, to exercise their rights. But you see that all these things are not there.
But
so
the Ekiti election from the report...
Sorry, let me quickly add this.
Yes.
There was a time in Lagos State when they were trying to do something like, I think, gubernatorial election or sort of. You will recall that some people from a particular tribe, they came out en masse to come and cast their vote. But they were being scared away. They were sent away right from the gate. Because I think I witnessed that. All these are factors that we need to look into.
Okay.
That we are deliberately moving away, but these are just these.
All right, thank you, Mr. Awolabi. He's talking about voter suppression. I think we witnessed that in the last election. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, all the wise men in the studio.
Yes, we greet you.
Happy Sunday to you all and happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
My name is Peter Usifu. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ekiti. On NDC, Nigerian Democratic Congress, and the oath taking. I want to speak on that too. Let us call a spade, and let also be known that it is bitter. But I always say the truth. The initiators of that oath taking that exempted Peter Obi and Kwankwaso from, taking that oath and signing, they know that they will not win the presidency.
How would they know?
And other people will not win.
This is my own opinion. I said initiators.
Okay.
Now coming to the oath itself.
Yes.
Because they know that they will not win, but that their influence will get them some,
Okay, so that's why they've concentrated on the other positions. Okay. No. I'm trying to buttress what you are saying. I want to understand you. Okay, just go with what you are saying.
Okay, let me continue. So they know that they will get them some, elected positions.
Okay.
National Assembly members, House Assembly members, and even 1 or 2, 3 governors. You understand? But in that oath is illegal. It is unconstitutional and illegal. Religiously, when they're talking about maybe by Almighty Allah, Quran, or the Bible, that oath does not stand. But it can only stand if it is traditional. You understand? Because if it comes to the minds of those who keep that oath, whether they like it or not, that it is traditional, it does not affect them directly now, it will affect their children or generations here from them.
All right, thank you.
That as you say, the takeaway from that oath is that definitely it is traditionally taken, as I told you, it will make them not to disorganize the party.
Okay, thank you. He's talking about taking them to a shrine.
But he doesn't know that all those deities, they have something you can use to do sacrifice.
I don't even know why he's talking about shrine and about traditional. But he said something I want us to quickly talk about before I go back to taking phone calls. He said those who decided to exempt Obi and Kwankwaso already know that they cannot win. So what they think, according from my own interpretation of what he has said is that some people will win on the influence of Obi and Kwankwaso. So let's concentrate on those ones so that they will not leave.
Mr. Osifo, this is your analysis.
That's what he has said.
I know this is your analysis. You can't get Lego. You can't get Lego.
Okay. Hello. Good evening. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Yes. What is the rule of the game?
Mr. Who is this, please?
The rule electoral rules. So if we cannot talk about the rules are really discouraging people. We should have conversation on this. Because in the first all parties, if rules are being found, so they will confirm that.
Well, Mr. Balaji, you may have to call us again. The line is breaking, please. We are struggling to hear you.
They will encourage people with the proof. So if I know that my election, my vote will not count, I will not go into it.
Okay, all right. We'll see to that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, my dear?
Yes, good evening, sir.
This is Engineer Niyi from Yaba.
You're welcome, sir.
Obi and Kwankwaso cannot win, and they will not win.
No. Are you a soothsayer?
I know that they are just flying. They are just trying their best. They are just making a show of their this thing. It's not their turn.
It's not
turn by turn.
It's turn by turn. Okay, so it's whose turn? Engineer Niyi.
I can't tell you now.
He said it's not their turn.
He said it's not their turn. You must mention the one that is the turn. No?
Yeah, I'm a politician.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's leave it. So, please go on.
Curtis, I told you last week. I don't need to repeat it.
Yes.
So, but let us go on with other issues.
Yes. Ekiti, yes.
Yes, that is the. I'm appealing to Osun State people now. You are being artificially kajoye to lowo. You've done it once. You need to do it again. They will come in various ways with their money. You like, you take it. You don't like, you don't take it. But vote your conscience. Come on in August when we have also election. So many going on. They left to the electorate. What do we want to gain? Are we really in democracy? Why don't we want to advance this democracy to a normal level? That every you are talking of those leaders that they said they are giving to win your constituency. That's what they did. All the former governors.
But Engineer Niyi, why are people not coming out to vote? Look at the figures. Look at the it's so disappointing.
They know that those leaders are compromised.
No, when you say leaders are compromised,
they are very sensible in the Ekiti state. They know all from Adebayo to Bayoshe to Oni. All of them are compromised. What did the governor? What did he do?
But if the people know that those leaders are compromised, can they come out to use their vote to say to make a statement? That's what I'm saying.
Who will coordinate them? Didn't deploy agencies to the polling unit. Are you aware of that? There's nowhere with that.
But Engineer, don't you think the polling unit is not having agents for other parties should be the blame, should the fault of the other political parties?
Yeah, we blame them. The issue is that they don't have the wherewithal.
Okay.
Yeah, they have limitations.
All right. Hello, good evening.
That's just it.
All right, good evening.
I do not be calling from Ikeja.
Everybody. I will greet you too.
Nurudeen has changed from Lebanon to NDC again.
No change. Yes. I'm with you.
Fuhad, the election, if people should clap for PDP, PDP got 40,000.
40,000 votes.
They tried though. They tried 40,000, no be my mind for this election that are paying 40,000, and you're getting 1,000. They tried though. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
When I thank PDP, really tried. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, good evening. 40,000 votes. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Fuhad.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
40,000 votes.
Good evening. I'm not from Yana.
Yes, please go on.
I was trying to listen before, but I just made a contribution. You said why people are not coming out to vote.
Why? Yes.
The truth of the matter, I'm in Lagos here. People are not interested to vote because they say their vote will not go to count.
Why? Why are they saying so?
So we tried to talk to them. They said they will vote unless Peter Obi. But I'm just telling you.
Wait, it depends. Wait, now calm down. It depends on the people you are talking to. So all the people
that did not vote.
They say Peter Obi. No. That one. He say all the people you are spoken to. They say unless Peter. Okay, wait. Calm down. Just calm down. Allow you talk. Okay.
I'm calming down.
Wait now. You listen to yourself. You have met people who say they will not vote Abi, you now tell them why you don't vote. Say they will not vote because their vote will not count unless Peter Obi. So if they don't vote, how do they want Peter Obi to win? From their sleep.
Okay. That's why we are coming in. We try to preach to them that if you don't come, Peter Obi will not win. They say okay.
Okay, so they've agreed to vote now. They will come out. All of them. Okay, all of them will come out and vote now. Okay.
Okay, look. Just look at Ekiti now. If you look at the really people come out to vote, the views I'm watching, only elderly people.
More elderly and old women and all these young boys, nowhere to be found.
They will not vote because the young boys, nobody want to go.
And young girls.
The young people, they don't want to enter, go suburb of Peace VC because of OPC and article. What after that is what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, thank you.
So all this.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, the wise one.
Good evening.
I'm Chibozo, calling from Akute.
You're welcome, sir.
As for Ekiti is concerned, we should not forget somebody like Chief Afe Babalola has so much influence in entire Ekiti.
And he endorsed the governor too.
He endorsed the governor, and I'm sure he had hands in making the former governor to
endorse him too.
Him outside the other ones. So that is the major thing about it.
And what they can bring is
Iran, US.
Yes.
Let me be fast. Nobody should say that US is not. Iran is even telling US their main aim of attacking us is to eliminate our supreme leader. Which you achieved. Then the other ones are just looking for more ways to just.
But Mr. Chibuzo, they've killed the supreme leader, but the government is still intact.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, it's a strong. Actually, America never envisaged that Iran will be as strong as
this.
But if America should have the type of heart Iran has, this thing can end in 5 days. We know that.
So what do you think is the problem here now?
Only weapons or this facilities, human beings or this, they hardly go to that.
Okay.
Iran will not think of that. But let us be factual in one area.
Okay.
Hezbollah has been a terror to many areas. Hamas also. And these are made by Iran.
Yeah.
We should also condemn that.
Okay.
There was a time it was covered in Nigeria where Hezbollah were manufacturing bombs.
Okay.
But we don't know how to
but Mr. Chibuzo, I agree with you that look, whether anybody likes it or not, there's a level of extremism that you have from these groups, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. But you also think Israel should be cautioned. Do you think Israel is also a problem in this crisis in the Middle East?
Israel too, all of them in that area, I think their blood is war. In that area, we see that. Let us just check all of them. Even if they remain one or two, they continue fighting.
So what is the solution? What do you think is the solution now? No solution?
I think this America now withdrawing on this thing will still not bring solution. Israel achieved one thing. Their main target was to avoid Iran disturbing them whenever they're attacking Hezbollah in Lebanon, in which they almost achieved. But with America now being interested because of their economy in this thing, I think there will still be peace because Israel will eventually listen
to America.
US.
Okay.
But on a painful way.
Okay.
Because to them, they're almost achieving what they want.
All right. Thank you.
So
all right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Fuhad.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Tamala from Malaba.
You're welcome.
I greet Mr. Nurudeen and others in the studio.
We greet you.
On the Ekiti election, I think that is a reflection of a truly democratic system in Nigeria. Whether Edibo, Shebe, Abi Edibo, Egba, Popo, Babe Edibo, that is the reality of what we are practicing here.
It's unfortunate though, that reality.
That's our reality. And the first thing is, it has occurred to me now that yes, our police officers are just there only to stop the fight, to stop the talks, to stop all those people that can disturb. But the thing is just that starting ballot box, In fact, vote buying is part of the system. In fact, they actually legalize it. Otherwise, they're supposed to actually make 1 or 2 arrests. With everything we had yesterday, it is very clear that, in fact, we have to be very careful. Whether vote count or no count, this system cannot take Nigeria to anywhere. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Thank you. Hello, good evening. We'll take this call and then read the messages we have on Facebook and come back to take more calls. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
You need to be a bit more audible. We're struggling to hear you.
Can you hear me clearly now?
You still need to try more.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect now.
Okay. Well, I want to quickly, my name is Mike from Malta.
You're welcome, sir.
I want to quickly comment on Iran,
US.
and Israel.
Yes.
Please, it will be very, very unfair if we are saying Israel is causing problem. Remember that this war was not started by Israel.
It was started by who?
Remember that Israel never went after Hezbollah.
No, not this war. Wait, don't mix it up. Calm down. Wait now.
Let them stop attacking.
Can you hear me?
Let them stop killing the Israelis.
Can you?
By so doing, we will not know that Israel is the problem or not.
Can you hear me?
Israel going after Iran. You can see that Iran and the leaders, they are suicidal in nature. And once they get that atomic bomb or whatever they want to produce from the uranium, of course, they have said it publicly. Are you people not in this world? They have said it, their target is to make sure.
I don't want it to be a one-way conversation, so if you can't hear me, then this not. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Ekiti Joshua.
Ekiti Joshua, you need to talk louder. We don't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now? All right. Yeah, I want to congratulate Ekiti people for voting a governor.
Yes.
You know, whichever way, whether 1,000 people.
Congratulate yourself too.
Oh, yes, I congratulate myself and my party. Yeah, let me contribute to the issue of voters apart. Simply, you know, I'm a grassroots person.
Yes.
The issue majorly is just plainly migration. There are so many people who are calling you right now. They are saying Obi.
But Ekiti Joshua, migration. Now almost 1 million registered. Only less than 400,000 voted. Can migration be the reason for that one?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, see, imagine some people were calling just some months ago. They were saying they are from Mamu or something. Right now they are in Osho.
But I don't think that migration will be the reason why 1 million people register to vote and less than 400,000 people migrate that much.
You have your opinion. You have your choice to believe or not. But
I'm just trying to understand your point of view. I'm not saying it's not correct.
Yes, the reason is. So some of these people they register maybe in Ebutimeta, moving to Ikorodu, and you see.
But it's the same Lagos now.
They will tell you restriction on election day, no movement, and people will not be able to vote. The other one is trust.
Okay.
People don't trust the system. Yes, people don't trust the system. And again, the other one is distribution of voters card. This one, I know what I'm talking about because I'm a grassroots person. See, I don't want to go into details, but then they don't give. If you transfer your voters card or polling unit to Lagos or thereabout, sometimes they deny you of this thing intentionally. I know what I'm talking about. You know, these are some of the factors. But see, the major one is inability to be able to vote from anywhere.
Okay.
Not until we resolve that, we won't be able to see at least 50%, even close to 50% of voters' performance in the election.
All right. Thank you, Ekiti Joshua. Well, I would think that migration as a reason for this kind of low turnout in elections.
It has nothing to do with that.
Well, I'm not saying it's not. It might be a factor, but it can't be the main reason why.
Factor, yeah.
Because if you look at the same state, you can still vote from where you are. Not necessarily that you have to look at the polling unit from where you are registered.
Everything has been delimited, so there is no way it shouldn't be a boundary.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Fuhad.
Yes, good evening, sir.
So for me,
your name, sir?
My name is Ezioku. I'm calling from Aton in the state.
You are welcome, sir.
Presently. Right, I would like to talk about why there is low youth engagement in terms of voting.
Voting, yes.
Right, and one of the first questions is you'd ask, what has the government done for the average youth? You know, so, and what is now the worth of a Nigerian life? You know, so you look at our elections, the list is vote buying. You know, there are people who have lost their lives to it, and there's no consequence for trigger happy police officers. Right? So now an average youth in Nigeria, considering that the poverty line is very low, do not understand the benefits of voting because the government has never provided anything for them through their life. They've had to spend, they've had to provide their own water, their own electricity, everything down to what they eat.
But don't you think the failure of the government should be the motivation for them to say, you know what, we want to vote them out, or we want to be a part of the process?
When you want to do that, you know, the government has the tools to use the military and the paramilitary to suppress them. And if anything happens, we've seen youths, you know, murdered in cold blood. And all of these are delayed because these same people are poor. They have the least of what they have is finance to chase them. But
Ekiti was peaceful. People didn't just come out to vote. Ekiti was largely peaceful.
Well, so it is hard to change a pattern that has existed.
A mindset, okay, the mindset of the people.
So it is hard to change that. So if for adventure they woke up to, they were born into an environment where they know that if government does not provide low-cost housing for us, we go out there. You know, we as Nigerians, we feel privileged for people we voted in. We feel that we are the mercy of them. That's why when somebody does the road for the bare minimum, we thank them for it. Meanwhile, your taxes are doing that.
Okay, all right.
You know, thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. All right, let's look at the messages we have on Facebook. We're fast running out of time. We have, OC Morale. Okay, let me just try and see whether we can start from the first messages that came in on the show. All right, just a minute. Okay, yes. Falomo Bolali saying, good evening, great men. We say good evening to you too. We have Sunday Noah saying, good evening, friends. With all indications, there's no formidable opposition parties in Nigeria at the moment. With the collapse of PDP, ADC being rattled with different court cases, APC is able to manipulate the entire process with different strategies. John Bernardo is saying, without bringing Israel and Hezbollah to the table, signing a peace deal on their behalf will not work. Trump is the greatest comedian of our time. On Ekiti, there was no opposition. Oyebanji was just lucky, but there was still bread for votes. Okay, bread for votes. Akoredi Alageshin War. Olariwaju is saying, good evening, Mainland FM. We have Ramoni Yusuf, who is saying, why is it that U.S. is supporting Israel against humanity in Gaza and the general Arab country? Okay. Still from John Bernardo here, and he's saying on the issue of the NDC, I don't think there's a need for this, but unfortunately we have a funny judiciary because defection when your party is not in crisis makes you lose your seat. Samuel Ajayi is saying, good evening, the wise and honorable men in the studio. I pray the war between U.S. and Iran should be over with immediate effect so that Nigeria's economy and others can be back to normalcy. I believe one day we'll get rid of this mega party APC because we Nigerians are tired of insecurity, rigging of elections, dilapidated infrastructure, mass illiteracy, backward in health, amongst others. I watched a video clip online. The governor of Ekiti State throwing bread from his back jeep. I didn't see that anyways. People need proper orientation about voters' education to avoid vote buying and other voters. That is... and he's saying happy Father's Day to us. That's from Samuel Ajari from Bariga here in Lagos. Aremo Orasaki Orayinka is saying he's watching us from the source of Ile-Ife, all the way from Ile-Ife. He's watching us from Ile-Ife. All right, thank you so much. Kabiru Adegbengro is saying, good evening, gentlemen in the studio. I just don't know how the issues of vote buying in our elections will be totally stopped. May God bless my country, Nigeria. Okay, Roseline, okay, we've seen your message. We have Benjamin Isse saying, good evening, gentlemen in the studio. God bless you all. As far as no electronic voting system, no retransmission of results electronically, politicians stronger than our institutions, my people vote. Okay, my voter party will continue in Nigeria. Okay, he's talking about some of the factors that will continue to make us see voter our party. Okay, we also have 1 minute. All right, so we have Becky Chuk saying Nigerians are not ready for this election. Last year, I went to INEC to register and get my polling unit to my new location. When I mentioned my name with the look on the INEC official face, I gave up. Almost a year now, I've not gotten my card. As for Obi's party, they need to play dirty. Okay, how dirty? When you mean they need to play dirty, what do you mean? They should also start to buy votes. Is that what you mean? They need to play dirty? Let's have it clean, really. And I don't think we should encourage any political party to play dirty. If we have any party who is playing it dirty, we all have to be unanimous in our condemnation. We have to condemn it. We want clean, process, where people don't play dirty. All right, thank you. Felix Akindeko is saying, happy Father's Day to you guys in the studio. Fantastic analyst ever. Keep on the good work. More power to your elbow. Okay, thank you so much. That's from Felix from Isashi. We have James Unwachi Ogbonna saying, distinguished gentlemen in the studio, I greet you professionally. Mr. Fuhad, I just wrote a commentary on the need for Nigerians to get their PVCs and participate actively in the forthcoming general elections. I also talked about the increasing percent of vote buying. Mr. Fuhad, don't you consider it as an insult on the people that they were throwing bread for them to catch and eat? James from Oshodi. James Ogbonna from Oshodi. We saw the video, but the level of poverty in this country.
that shall not believe by president.
It is all like a job break. Ebenezer, I know, you say, good evening, my gentlemen. I greet you all. You guys speak correct every time on Political Roundtable. Thank you. Mark Isika, GCFR, said, I don't think votes count. The politicians make it look as if it counts. INEC is in cahoots with the government because they have the means to change how elections are done in this country. Money still change hands at all voting centers year after year. We have almost 64 million voters card holders. They are not interested in the process. And what does INEC do? I don't think that's a problem of INEC.
Yes,
they've done their own part. They've registered you.
Yes,
they've given you your PVCs.
You are the one that will use it now.
If you don't use it, I don't think we should blame INEC.
I don't think you should stop blaming INEC now.
Can't blame INEC
make INEC to work.
So
because their work is to do the
electoral giving you the
tool for you to go and
how
vote.
You are going to use
they brought the ballot paper. They brought the ballot box. They brought the beavers, but you did not leave your house.
Even there was a time in Lagos here, people complained that INEC did not allow them to. They are not registering them, and INEC deploy more to the place so that they can register.
And they've even been, they are still registering. All our staff still went to their office recently to register. So I don't know why people are not coming out to vote. All right, Babala Williams is saying, good evening, Mr. Fuhad, Prince Nurudeen, Mr. Joseph. On voting our party, the major cost to that is not far-fetched from how current politicians have bastardized the whole system. If government have given dividends of democracy to the citizens, why would all of them troop out? That's my argument. That if things are working, that even be the reason why people say, well, everything is going on, why should I bother myself? We have a very good people in government.
If you think it's not working for you, why can't you come out and protest?
That argument is what I'm looking at, really. That the motivation should be that, look, things are not working. Let's be a part of the process. If things are working, it might even be the reason why people are laid back. That, well, maybe they are giving us everything. Why should we
try?
If they are not trying, it should be the reason why you are out there, on election day. All right, W쏘ᴛᴜᴜ is saying, gentlemen, the conduct of the presidential election first, conducting the presidential election first, then the governorship and others to the bottom is employed by the political class in Nigeria. They should let it be from local government elections to the House of Reps, upwards to the presidential, and let them see the shock of their lives. Lagos got rocked in the last election. If it was an election done from the lower cadre upwards, or we do all in one day. They know how to exploit the system and keep it that way and guard the inefficiency. Okay, we have Comrade Alaba from Sabo Ijewo saying, the United States President, Mr. Donald Trump, should please allow peace to reign in the world. Look, I'm seeing American falling down soon. Don't know about that anyways. It's because of this Trump attitude. Nigerians are buying fuel at 1.5 and gas at 2,000. You guys should beg Trump to free. Before Trump, we had our own problem.
Alaba, you are not being sincere.
Our own day, our body. Before Trump,
that your country has.
So let's calm down. I understand that Trump, the US-Iran war,
it's an addition.
Contributed to the problem, but we had our own issues even before the war started. Said on the side of Ekiti election, kudos to INEC, to the police, and to everyone who had made the election go well. Did you guys observe that the last Ekiti election, It's most peaceful election we have ever had since 1999. Thank President Bola Tinubu for this, and congratulations to all APC family, and special congratulations to Governor Oyebanji for returning second term. 16-0. Wow. And lastly, NDC has nowhere to go in 2027. The third position is especially waiting them in January 2027. Okay, that's Alaba Lakpe. I'm not surprised he's an APC member, so it's a good time for him to celebrate. The APC family is excited. They've been sending me messages, videos. They say, oh, they are happy.
But they not said they want to vote by Nabi.
Well, at least they've won.
So. Yes, but they won't say that one.
All right, Francis Ekpenyong is saying, good evening, Alhaji Fuhad and the guests. Voters Party will continue because safety and security of the voters. Can the Nigerian security agencies guarantee the people's safety in the case of violence? Okay, all right, let's just look at what we have on YouTube. I think we have one or two messages. I decided the enigma. Why is it that you are no longer wearing your cap? So
is it because we always say that your cap...
All right. Okay, we have on YouTube Francis Steven 3478. That's the handle. Says, good evening, panelists. They don't have to involve Obi and Kwankwaso in such arrangement because presidents and their deputies generally don't defect. Why would they? Steven from Lekki. Okay. Abdul Kadri Aliu is saying, God bless you. And Germany 1 is saying, well done. All from YouTube. Well, I decided the enigma. What do you get for us? Oh, really?
Good evening, Lagos. Good evening. Side chicks. Do side chicks give marital reliefs?
Marital reliefs.
Or they are an explosion wrapped in a
this side chick conversation.
It doesn't end. It's a regular.
Do side chicks give marital reliefs?
Or they are an explosion wrapped in a gift pack.
Or they are an explosion wrapped in a gift pack. Luckily, you have two wonderful analysts.
No, but at least I've established that concubine is something that is understood in the religious.
I'm just saying that on this your topic, I'm happy that you have two capable men that can handle this matter. I hope you have a woman to join them. But even without any woman, I know Mr. Katuba, Mr. Koliosho can do a very good job.
If those for men have side chicks, is another thing.
I don't know. But for me, no comment. This is what we call it the Political Roundtable Mainland 98.3.